Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Vante RC YouTube channel. If you've been watching the videos, you'll know that this is my Tamiya Monster Beetle. It's original Monster Beetle. Well, actually, technically, it's a Blackfoot Extreme / Monster Beetle. It's got this rear end from a Blackfoot Extreme. The rest of it is a Monster Beetle. And yeah, it's an original Monster Beetle, and today I'm going to be doing a review and running video of this car. As you can see, it's got an original aerial, because I haven't got 2.4 with this. And we've got 2.4 receivers, but I decided to keep it like this because, you know, it's quite cool to drive an all original car. It's got Tamiya everything, Tamiya speed controller, Tamiya receiver, and what I like about that is everything fits in place. Even this here, for example, this switch actually fits here and it works perfectly, and that's what I like about this car, because it's got silver can, it's all basic, it's really fun to drive as well. So I decided to keep it, you know, with the old-fashioned speed controller, old-fashioned receiver. And if you look at the shell, it's really rough. It's got, you know, cuts here. This whole bit here was actually chopped off. It was actually crashed. It wasn't sanded down before, but I wanted to make it have that rough effect, so it looks like a really battered up car, and that's why I like it. I sanded down here, everywhere, so it's actually quite smooth now. And around here, this looks really cool, with one missing headlight, another missing one over there as well. But yeah, and it's actually got Bush Devil wheels, I forgot to say that. Yeah, Bush Devil wheels. But it drives really well, so yeah, stay tuned. I'll be getting this car outside, and hope you like the video. So we've got the car out. It's actually not too bad, the weather today, surprisingly, for England. It's not too bad. So yeah, gonna take this for a run, and hopefully you can see how it drives. So yeah, that's what it's like. It's actually quite a quick car considering it's a silver can. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's quick, and it's got really good ground clearance, and it actually corners really tight. If you have a look, let me show you again. I showed it a bit there. Corners really well. And that's what I like about it, because, and yeah, that's one thing I really like about the steering wheel. And the reason for that is, if you look at the steering rods, you might be able to see them there, just under the suspension there. They actually connect straight to the servo, so the steering's literally straight to the servo. It's not like some cars where the steering rod is attached to something else, which then attaches to the servo. It's straight to the servo. That's also why the Mad Bull handles so well, and I mentioned it in the Mad Bull video. These cars with big wheels generally have these, you know, off-road, two-wheel drive, big wheel cars like the Monster Beetle, Lunchbox, Mad Bull, Wild Willy, quite a few of them, Midnight Pumpkin. So, you know, these kind of cars, that family of cars, although they're all quite different, they all have really good steering because of that. The steering rod is literally connects straight to the servo, which sits around there, but about there. So yeah, that's one thing I really like. It's really nice and smooth. So yeah, let's get it on the straight, and then let's see how it does on the grass and on the gravel. So, what's it like in a straight line? Well, it's pretty quick. Considering it's a silver can, it's one of the faster cars to drive with a silver can, and that's largely due to its ground clearance. If you compare this to, for example, the TL01 Escort Cosworth that I have, I'm actually going to do a review on that after this. That's got really bad ground clearance, and it just jumps. It literally just jumps. Sometimes the front wheels are in the air. I mean, obviously not a lot, but by a little bit. Literally, if it goes over a rock, the front two wheels or rear two wheels will be in the air. That's what I really like. So again, it's pretty similar to the Mad Bull. I seem to cover quite a few positives that with the Mad Bull and with the Monster Beetle. Ground clearance, how smooth they are, and also because this is ball raised, and so is the Mad Bull, it glides for ages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing. So you see that tree over there, the same one in the Mad Bull video, that one there. I'm going to get off the throttle over there, and let's see how far it goes. So obviously the Mad Bull was a 12-turn brushless, so it would go much further, but still, it's just it's worth seeing how far it will go, and it should continue for a while. Okay, so not much, but it is smooth. Look, let me show you. So yeah. So yeah, just then, I let off the throttle at the camera. So from the camera to where the car is now, let me just move the camera so you can see, that is about 15 meters. So it will go about 15 meters on. But I think the main thing to take away is that it's just really smooth, and yeah, it glides quite a lot, just like the Mad Bull. Obviously not as much, but yeah. Still handles really well, and it's a really easy car to drive. That's one thing I like about it. It's really easy, you know, when you point in the direction that you want to go, it goes in that direction. And I know it might seem a bit odd to say that, but honestly, some cars you really have to judge, you know, how much it's going to turn or how little it's going to turn in order to basically perfect that corner. But with this car, it's really easy. Yeah, no judgment's really needed. You know, if it's a sharp corner, you can turn sharp and you can do that corner. If it's a, you know, a kind of long bending, twisting corner that you can kind of not have to turn that sharply with, you can do that, and that's one thing I really like. So now let's take it onto the grass, see how it is, and let's also take it onto the gravel, see how that is. So I'm just going to turn the camera around. Actually, I should probably show you how I get onto the grass. It's very easy. Yeah, there you go. Great ground clearance, just like the Mad Bull. And again, this is box art like the Mad Bull. I really like these two cars. They're definitely one of my favourites. So yeah, as you can see, it's actually not much slower on the grass than it is on the tarmac. Really good ground clearance. You might hear a bit of a whiny noise, and that's the same on the Mad Bull. Basically, it's got a gearbox that kind of it stops it from slipping, and it does that on purpose, because obviously you don't want a gearbox to slip, because it will just, you know, break all the gears off, all the teeth. It will make them blunt, so it will just slip. So what it does is when it's not covering any ground, it just cuts the power. That's why you might hear when you, for example, try to climb up there, it doesn't like it, and probably when you climb down as well, maybe. See, there you go. But I guess it's for a reason. It's to save the teeth, which I guess is a good reason. So that's another positive. Yeah, really, really nice car. Great looking car as well, super iconic. And I love it in box art. And I actually prefer it with these wheels, to be fair. I think gold looks a little bit tacky.